We are a family of 5 and we find that our current condo is too small. We can't buy a HDB flat because of the 15-month ban. So would like to get your opinion on our next steps. Past few weeks, Heikel and myself, we've been receiving a lot of these messages from private property owners who are thinking of going to a bigger space property, or number 2, they are unable to afford the monthly installments because of the high interest rate. So if you're thinking of buying a private property, if you're a HDB upgrader, just remember these 2 things. Number 1, buy unit that you would like for the long term. So instead of just buying a 3-bedroom condo, no utility, no storeroom, no enclosed kitchen, you just buy because that's your max budget, then I don't think you should buy. You will regret your decision. You must remember you'll be living there day to day. Facilities wise, maybe you're not going to use it after the first month, but you're going to stay there for a while. Sometimes you don't plan for these things. Your family just grows bigger. Buy units that are bigger and more efficiently spaced. For example, if you want to buy a 3-bedder, buy something with a storeroom, utility room, and enclosed kitchen. So number 2, remember to set aside reserve funds for your monthly installment. Some of the messages we get are about people who can't afford their monthly installment anymore because over the past 10 years, interest rates have been always 2%. Suddenly now it's 4%. Private property owners who were originally HDB upgraders, they wanted this lifestyle, but they just suddenly can't afford the 4% interest anymore. So they have to sell. If they had CPF or cash reserves for their monthly installment, then they wouldn't be in such a situation. How do you plan for a safety net like this? If you plan to buy a $1.5 million condo after your 25% deposit, which is $375,000, you're going to take a loan of $1.125 million. Number 1, always plan your monthly installment 1% against the market rate. This is just to give yourself a stress test, if you will. In this case, $1.125 million loan, the monthly installment would be around $6,000 plus. And then, assuming you, husband and wife, you pay your OA every month, combined $2,760, there'll be a balance of $3,000 plus that you have to pay in cash or CPF. Make sure you have a safety net, a reserve fund of maybe around 5 years or around $190 plus thousand. In case anything happens, you still have reserves and you don't have to be forced to sell. You want to go for a further safety net, you can also pay the installments using lesser of your CPF reserve and pay more cash. So if you can have $190 plus thousand to cover you for 5 years, if you pay extra cash from your income, let's say $500, then it will extend your lifeline by 6 years. Remember, if you plan to upgrade from a HDB to a condo, just because on paper you can afford the deposit doesn't mean you have to. Think about all these things. Buffer yourself and buy properties with proper planning. If you have questions, just update me and we'll be happy to work with you on your property plans.